So hello everyone again. Time for some more videos. This one, I'm going to talk about the second annual ghost tour at my home church in Connecticut. We did this past weekend on Saturday afternoon, and just say wasn't as exciting as last year's, but the build-up was interesting. A few months ago, I've been trying to find some more mediums to mentor with. Apparently, I have burned out the local mediums, and my abilities are, I hate to say above, but stronger than what they can help me with. So I've been searching for some shamans, some people with higher abilities to help mentor me. So I've been told and have come to realize, which makes sense after everything I've been told in the last 5, 6 years, that I am a rescue medium. So here to cross souls over, like I've been told by several, including a Reiki master about 5 years ago now. So anyway, um, so I found three people that I spoke to, had a reading with one, and back in Lilydale by telephone, and she and I start talking. She starts bringing up people that are there to one lady and then another lady. And I said, look, I'm just trying to get some information about my abilities. And I've got some questions. And I went through some of my experiences, including back at the church, the spirit in the daycare that we call Ben. And so, right in the middle of the meeting, the reading, we go through and we're discussing, these, and I start talking about those encounters and what the other mediums said last year after the tours. And apparently, Ben came to her and started complaining. And she said, well, Ben is here and he's telling you that you told him to get out of the daycare. So we went into the bathroom. And one of the encounters last year from one of the mediums was that there were two people in that bathroom, one in each stall. One was Ben, the other was another man who she thinks died of a stroke. And he's the one that flushes the toilets and turns on the sink. And so, Ben was complaining that you pushed him out of the daycare. So he went in the bathroom to hang out with this other guy. Now you're telling him to leave the bathroom. What is he supposed to do? He feels, a little ticked off. And foot in my mouth, I just said, well, not my problem. He's on a circuit. Tell him to go to the coffee shop or something. So I'm sure that was not helpful. But anyway, with that under my belt, we did the tours this past Saturday, and I was determined to leave it be. I'm not here to stir things up. I'm not here to criticize or yell at anyone or tell them to move on. We're just doing tours. So please just stay calm. We're not here to provoke anything. So we did the tours. We had about 50 people come through over 7 hours, and not too much happened during the tours, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perspective. So one group, I was on the stairs about to lead them up and explaining what had happened in front of the office with the man that appeared, and our church secretary said, hello, can I help you? And he walked down the hall, and then she couldn't find him anywhere in the building. So I'm telling that story. And as I finished telling that story, I'm on the steps to my right, back of the floor by the doorway to the auditorium. There's a bang against the wood. So I don't know if it was the door, a bang against the door, or bang against the frame of the door, but it was a pretty loud bang. So I actually said, did anyone else hear that? And no one really answered me. So I said, all right, let's get started. So took a number of groups around. One group had two young ladies in it, and yeah, we didn't talk much beforehand or during the tour, but we got up to the third floor hallway where I had the screw thrown at me, and I heard whistling in the hallway the second time, and then right next to the Sunday school rooms where the lights that were turned off were flashing as I was working on the lights. So again, that seems to be the most active part of this church, the newer part, not the older part. So anyway, telling these stories, one young lady leans against the wall, doesn't say anything. So I don't think anything of it. I just continue on my talk. Then we go downstairs, next stop, and then we finish up back in the front of the church by the office, by the doorway. And that's when they both said, I didn't say anything, but, the both of us were talking and we both felt pressure in that hallway. Something was pushing down on our shoulders. And she said, I had to lean against the wall because it was pushing hard enough. She thought she might fall over. So then we talked about boundaries and we talked about experiences. And it turns out that they're not ghost hunters, but they like to do ghost tours. Sometimes they've gone with ghost hunters, but they came on the tour this time to find out what was going on in our building. So that was a personal experience on their behalf. And so those were the two major things that happened during these tours. Otherwise, it was pretty quiet. Last year, I took a pause between tours. I said in another video, the first video about the tours from last year, sat down on the steps in the breezeway between the church building and the parish house. And as I'm sitting there trying to relax and just kind of recover for a second, one of the lights in the roof there, the ceiling of the canopy of the breezeway started dimming down and then back up and then flashed a few times and back down. So I said, okay, who is this? Of course, I didn't hear anything. I said, okay, please don't burn out these bulbs. They're pretty expensive. So this time, at the end of the night, we turned on the lights to the breezeway, and of course, 3 bulbs are burned out. Not the one that was dimming or going up and down, 3 other ones. So I ended up changing those bulbs before leaving the church to make sure they had light on the stairs. So anyway, other than that, pretty quiet evening, but got a lot more interested people involved this time. So I think we'll be doing it next year as well. So this is looking like it's turning into an annual tradition. So again, I'd still like to get some more experienced mediums into there, maybe a rescue medium, since I now know a couple. Hopefully we'll be mentoring with soon, and get some more information as to why these spirits are in the building and how can we get them over. So anyway, that's the update from this year, our second annual ghost tours at the church in Connecticut.